So yes, in terms of that voice, I love it. So it's practice and getting it out there. I mean, I don't know how you're very experienced. I find I can look at myself. It's a different person. I've actually had a separation. The digital version of me is not even me, and therefore I can be an editor director of myself.
Mhm.
Now, people won't get that this summer, but that's a possibility. Do you feel anything like that yourself?
I feel that way more times actually when I'm speaking in person. I feel like I have more of an outer body experience.
Yeah.
And I think for me, what is, you know, how people have like a phone voice? You can kind
Absolutely.
of tell when your partner or somebody you know well is on a business call versus a personal call. It's kind of like that. And I think it's, finding when you're being recorded that comfort spot between your professional voice and your
Lovely.
regular voice so that you are still sort of presenting yourself well and also authentic, because I think that's what people respond to. And for everybody who's been successful in business, most people have been successful because they're good at what they do, by being the truest version of themselves. So I think it takes practice to find a comfort with being that authentic version of yourself.
Lovely. And I would just add in here, because my boy's doing some stuff. 22, he was hosting a kickoff visually, remotely with 80 people, age 22, which points to your point in terms of these millennials are kicking ass. I would have been a
Yeah.
gibbering idiot at that stage. And got and then yeah, and thinking we did a little practice run, actually a film for this channel the other day, which was practice for him as well. So some powerful stuff. All right, anything else in terms of this engagement? Where else can the furloughed, locked down executive explore? Any other areas that they should be mining
Yeah,
now?
I think it's important to take the time and invest when necessary in learning how to use the tools available. So, I know that so many people are intimidated by the technology, and the process of doing work online. And I think that's natural, and there's so many tools out there, and there are tons of people who are experts in how to use all the technology. So for me, I hired a coach, and I still work with a coach to help me with social media
Yeah,
platforms,
yeah,
because they move the cheese on those things all the time. So you
yeah.
learn how to use Facebook, and then you open it, and then there's a new button.
And Tamara, was there a shift that you needed to make in order to access that expertise?
I think it's important to, very often when we're good at something, it's hard to know what we don't know.
Lovely.
And so I think it's important to accept that, in order to be great at things, sometimes you have to be willing to be a learner.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
somebody that I see myself as a forever learner or adult learner, or,
yeah, yeah.
a grown up in process of growing up still, is that, and maybe it goes back to the same kind of humility. But there are a lot of people who know more than me about a lot of things. And, when it comes to different things, I will never be able to do my own bookkeeping and accounting.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's to do, but there are things I can do. And for years there was a ton of things I couldn't do. My web developer, who now has me basically building my own websites.
Yeah.
Years ago we worked in the same office together, and I learned how to use uh, computers on a Mac. And when we worked together, I moved to PCs, and he
Yeah,
always
yeah,
used to yell at me, right click. And I'm like, what is this right click? So now when we're working together and building a website, he says, all from the girl who could not even right click
yeah,
before.
exactly, exactly.
So, you there's a lot that we can do with a little coaching, a little guidance, a little learning. Watch the tutorials. If you need to hire an expert, hire the expert. If the expert's the 22-year-old in the room next door, then
Absolutely.
ask the 22-year-old in the room next door. because you can waste a lot of time
Yeah, yeah.
trying to figure all this out when, somebody who knows more can explain it to you in half the time.
I love it. So you have a core of skill. Make sure you're putting in the core skill hours. Let everyone sweat about the other stuff. They've taken 20 years to
100%.
learn it, and they can transfer that goodness in 2 hours or 20 hours. You're winning, and you're keeping focused on your expertise.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I think we've probably transferred tons of value already to the viewers, and thank you, viewers, for plugging in. We know you have a choice. You could be on Netflix right now. Oh, you are on Netflix right now. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for interrupting whatever box set you're into and looking at this. Cheers, guys. In summary, what little gift have you just given them? Can you summarize it in a sentence? Something for the viewers.
I think it's important for people to be open to change, be open to learning, and be open to doing business differently and having it look different.
I love it. I love it. So, yes, challenging our habits. So, Tamara Thorpe, novelist, intellectual, raconteur, trainer, global businesswoman, and good egg, bon earth for our French viewers, of which there aren't any. Cheers for this time, and we'll see you soon. Maybe we'll have a conversation in a couple of days. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Thank you, Matthew.
See ya.
Bye.